everybody. Here we are, outgrowing at Horse Lake Ranch, and I finally got out to the garden to check out to see how much snow is actually gone. And as you can see behind me here, tons of it is gone. If you guys can remember from the last video, there was like a foot of snow by these stakes. So this is amazing. Yeah, it's melting pretty quickly, just a few warm days. And the other day, actually, Mark told me that there was 6 inches of snow when he got up in the morning. Obviously it melted quick because it's so beautiful out, but yeah, that's pretty crazy that it's coming down so fast. So that's awesome. Naturally, water runs right through the garden. So it takes a while for it to dry up. So the quicker we can get the snow out, the faster it'll dry, then the sooner we'll get in the garden. We are zone 3B here pretty much. So we typically don't plant the garden until end of May. There is an old wives' tale that says you can plant the garden after the full moon in May. This year it's May 5th, and there's no way I'll be planting anything here or at the house at the beach. So I'll explain that to you guys too today. Anyhow, yeah, so this is looking absolutely amazing. I'm gonna go on a little tour here and check out and see if I can find anything poking up yet. So come along for the ride. All right, so here we are close to the tulips in the Perennial Garden here, and check it out. They're coming up. That's amazing. I did notice there's some bulbs that are exposed. I'm not really sure why that happened. But anyhow, so the tulips are coming up already, which is amazing. I'm so pumped. Oh my God, it's so good. Oh, just the first little life of spring here. It just makes me so happy. Anyhow, okay, so we got those. Amazing. Here we've got, I don't know, like you can see like irises, daylilies. I'm not too sure what this stuff is. Charlie boy. Hey, my guy. Hello. What's up? This here is that is a perennial poppy, I believe. Oh, I'll have to look it up and see what that is. But I think that's like, that'll be some greenery coming in there too. So that's awesome. Here we have a peony bush. Like, I just did a really crappy job. Oh, no. Of cleaning everything up last year. It just gets a little overwhelming at the end of the year. But here we are. The old peony bush. One of them. There's one over there. There's the echinacea that I never got down. My sister got me some bulbs a couple years ago for my birthday. You can see they're coming up here too, and it's just kind of like a random different little flowers. So that's them. Here's a peony bush, but not coming up yet. Well, let's just have a little look. Oh, that's bad lighting there. Nothing green coming up there yet. There's irises over there. These were false sunnies. So those are the thing. Okay. Check it out. Lavender. This is interesting. I wonder if this thing survived. That's amazing. Okay, well, see about that. Huh. OMG. Here we go. We've got oregano. Like, that stuff just doesn't die or what? That's super awesome. Some oregano. And here we have the trusty, rosebush. Now, whether this thing is gonna do anything or not, that is the question. That is the question. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Like, I didn't cover it up, but it was covered in a ton of snow, so I'll have to keep a good eye on already. And then there's these bad boys here. Hollyhocks. I've never grown them. Mark called them a weed. Well, I mean, I've tried to grow them. I've never gotten them to flower yet. So hopefully this was a whole patch of them kind of in this little area right here. Hopefully something comes about. I mean, they're just pretty, and I don't know, they remind me of just like my old grandma's garden. And I don't even know if she grew them, but that's kind of what they remind me of. I feel them in my soul a little bit. So I want them, and I want them to grow. So hopefully they do. But yeah, these are coming back. They're kind of like oh yeah, kind of like rhubarb. And here's our rhubarb, and she's coming up. She's already coming up. This plant I moved it from the house at the lake. Okay, and then I brought it out here, or part of it, and it's just really taken off. You can see, oh, I love that. See those coming in there? So that's very cool. Life, it just brings me so much joy just seeing all this stuff starting to come up. It's like, yay. All right, so I will explain our situation a little bit more to give you all a better understanding of how things kind of go for us. So Mark and I actually met each other online about 3.5 years ago. So Mark and the ranch are 2 hours away from the beach house. Well, I call it the beach house. That's where I live, and I am a hairstylist by trade, and I own a hair salon out there. So I do the back and forth driving pretty much. Well, I do it every weekend unless I'm going somewhere. So it's 2 hours door to door from the farm to the beach. So that's why I'm not here all week, and then I come out on the weekend. So to make matters even more complicated in the whole trying to kind of start up a farm business as well as have my business, I am 2 hours away from where the ranch is. So that is definitely interesting. It's worked so far. I mean, it is what it is. Our lives, we each had a life, and we brought them together. So it is what it is, and we have to just do what we can do. But it definitely makes for an interesting summertime for sure, because we are like full on so busy. But I love it. Like, it's a busy time for both of us, but I don't know why. It's just such purposeful work to me that I don't mind whatsoever. I have lots of people that are like, how do you do it? And like, why do you want to do it? And this to me is just like, it just brings me so much joy, and it makes me so happy. And I enjoy the work of it. Like, I enjoy even just like Mark in the field. Like, I enjoy taking him his lunches, and I enjoy running to move him, and with the cows and stuff. Like, I enjoy being part of that whole process of moving them, and I get super excited when the guy that custom grazes on the land for someone brings all of his here. It's just, I love it. So we make do, but that's kind of the scoop on how things go for Mark and I. So it's definitely not your traditional setup. We live, we both have a life, and then we are putting them together, and we do the best that we can. But Mark supports all of my crazy ideas, and I love him so dearly for that, and I support him and everything. So it's working out. Our goal one day, I think, is to kind of get me here a little bit more than I am, but you know what, the world will provide that when it's meant to be. So for now, this is how we do it, and you guys can come along for the ride and see how things all go for us. So I'm happy to be sharing it with you guys now on YouTube. This is exciting. Okie dokie, so this is the rest of the garden here. I'm going to get back to the part where the garlic is planted. I'm wondering if some of that's going to be popping up, because those tulips already are, so that'll be exciting. I can see, which is kind of cool, there's green onions coming up here that were from last year, so hey, maybe next week or in a couple weeks we'll be having some fresh green onions, which I am never mad about. Um, I got so much to clean up here and get ready for the new garden to be planted, but it's amazing. A couple good days and some hard work, it all comes together. And we can't do anything right now because it is so wet and muddy, but that's pretty cool. So yes, we can just roll through it. So as you can see just over there, it's very wet. That's naturally, you can see there's puddles over there. Naturally, that's where the water wants to run through the yard and out. So it's pretty wet over there, but that's okay. The sun is so warm. It's amazing. It's just gonna dry everything up pretty quickly. There's like remnants of Swiss chard. I wonder if that regrows back. Like, it almost looks like it does. I don't know, that's pretty rotten yet. It's rotten. All right, folks, here's a bit of a tell-all. Here is one of the garlic patches. It is wet. I stressed so bad last year that it was gonna rot because it stayed so wet in the garden for so long that I was just like, holy man, the garlic bulbs are gonna be rotten, and they weren't. I can't see any of them coming up yet. That's okay. So they are planted. Woo, I'm walking probably on them all the way to this stake. Like, there's quite a big patch here. That's 2,000 planted in this little spot here. Ooh. I'm just gonna get down and look. It doesn't look like anything so far. Not yet. I don't think. There's just gonna be all of a sudden like one poking out, I bet. And I'll be like, there is life in here. Oh my gosh. Like, look at that print of something. Ooh. I wonder what the hell that is. Like, that is not our dog. That's a bit large. See? Oh. I'm gonna have to ask Mark. I'm gonna have to bring him out here. Check it out. That's interesting. You can see animal prints in here though. No, I definitely don't see any garlic yet coming up. But I'll be keeping a close eye on it, that's for sure. That is for sure. Okay, so that's that spot. Oh, right here, there's like a hole in the ground. Kind of, you can see that's where the lightning struck last year. Oh, and up in there, you can see how that wood split apart. Lightning struck there, and Mark had said to me, gosh, I could have swore lightning struck the house last night. And I was like, well, did you go outside to look and see where it might have been? He's like, well, kind of, but I couldn't see it anywhere. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever. I might come out to the garden that weekend when I get here, and I'm just looking at everything, and I all of a sudden see all this tree shrapnel everywhere. And anyways, that's where it was. Right. That old farmhouse, that's not the house that we live in. The house behind it, that farmhouse, needs to come down, but we need to be able to access it from the garden, and I always have shit planted, so that doesn't always work out. Anyhow, so that is super, super exciting. This garden is just, it's gonna be not too long. We're gonna be out here planting, which is super exciting, and I'm so happy about that. So I'll walk over here. There is a bit of snow in this middle part here, which I'm tramping through. Whoop. Oh gosh. What is that? Oh, those are carrots for from last year that I never got up. Let them compost back into the earth. Add some good yumminess. Oh yeah, so here you can see the water. It's running. This is just where it wants to naturally go through. Just whoop. So this part stays wet for a while. That's all right. And then there's this little spot up here that I just kind of started up last year. So this burn pile, that's how we made the garden. And we were gonna burn it, but I planted garlic too close to the backside of it, which is still covered in all snow. So hopefully this year we can burn this baby down, and then that'll just give me even more planting space, which will be amazing. And then once I have that, I think that'll probably be quite a bit of room for me for the next year or so to really get it dialed in. But yeah, I'm standing on this part here, which I got all ready to plant last year. This part behind me, it's just still got flower shrapnel and debris from last year, but this area here became kind of like the flower garden. And that's gonna be that again this year. It worked out really great for the flowers, and I love it because it's right up against the road, so when people drive in they can see all the pretty flowers that we're growing. And that is that. So holy smokes, I'm so pumped that everything is just kind of coming together here. The snow is just melting so quickly. It's just awesome. I was feeling pretty stressed. But I'm always like, oh, I'm so wound up like a top right now. Like I need it to be clean and dry right now, and I still can't plant anything for like a month, so whatever. Although I am going to try an experiment with the ranunculus and the anemones. I am going to try to plant them out. I'm going to cover them with some plastic and make like a little greenhousey thing. I'm just not sure exactly where I'm going to do that yet, but I am going to try that. I have a few of those flowers to try. I've never grown either. Well, I did grow ranunculus, like a few of them, but I had no idea what I was doing. I didn't grow them last year, but the year before. So this year I have ordered more. I should have gotten them delivered sooner, but I was not thinking about that. Anyways, I am going to try to grow them this year and see if we can get a few flowers off that, just kind of as an experiment. But if it does work out, we should have a few extra flowers for the springtime, which would be nice because last year I didn't get any flowers really until, like, I wasn't doing bouquets till August, so that's a little late. But yeah, looks like we're gonna have tulips coming soon, so woohoo, that's amazing. Anyway, Mark went to go get some straw bales from the field. There's still some left out there, and he's still got some green feed left in the field that he's been hauling home. So I'm gonna actually go and check on some calves. There was one this morning that Mark had to tube some colostrum to, so I'm actually gonna hop in the side-by-side and go for a little tour, so I'll bring you guys along as well. Fun. Oh, hello babies. Hello girly. Hello. Hello babies. So I got out here to the cows to check on them, and everything seems to be doing pretty good. And in fact, the one that Mark had to tube this morning has moved somewhere, and I can't find it. Mark will know exactly which one it is, but he's not with me right now. He just got home, he's having lunch, so we'll maybe have to come out here together to check, because I think it's the small little one that's walking over there, but I'm not 100% sure because we saw it wasn't even totally dried off earlier. Now it is, so. I think that's one maybe, but not sure for sure. Anyway, everybody's loving sunshine. Got the captain with me now, so you can find that calf. Hey, baby? He's a little camera shot. I'm not sure where her calf is actually. we found her. She was in the straw. Or found the baby and the mom. Yeah, that's your baby. Damn it. Well, that's about it for today here with Outgrown at Horse Lake Ranch. But thank you for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time.